IVC. First, nomenclature is important in IVC. What do you mean by nomenclature? Naming. IVC, Indus Valley Civilization, is also called as Harappan Civilization, or it is also called as Harappan Age. Another name for IVC is Bronze Age Civilization, because this civilization has lot of importance associated with metal bronze. Okay, bronze, which is an alloy of. So generally in history we have three: prehistory, protohistory, history. Okay, in prehistory, already I told you yesterday, you only gave me the answer yesterday. What is prehistory? No script, the age without any script. What is protohistory? Very good. Script is present but not yet deciphered. Right? Egyptian civilization. Second one, Egypt. Egyptian civilization. It was developed on the banks of Nile River. Egyptian civilization. Third one, Chinese civilization. Chinese civilization. It was developed on the banks of Huanghe River. It was developed on the banks of Huanghe, Yellow River and Andini. These are the three most important civilizations. Number 4, Mongolian civilization. But the civilization was actually too primitive in nature. IVC. First, nomenclature is important in IVC. What do you mean by nomenclature? Naming. IVC, Indus Valley Civilization, is also called as Harappan Civilization, or it is also called as Harappan Age. Why it is called as Harappan Civilization? Because Harappa is the first site. So you understand, this civilization, Harappa is the first site. In this chapter, we call these places as sites. Site is a SITE, site is a terminology used by archaeology. Okay. So actually excavations began from 1900 only, even before 1900 only. But Harappa is the first site which came out, okay, after digging. Okay. So that's why it is called as Harappan Civilization. Next, another name for IVC is Bronze Age Civilization. Another name for IVC is Bronze Age Civilization, because this civilization has lot of importance associated with metal bronze. Okay, bronze, which is an alloy of copper and tin, two metals. Actually, which is the first metal to be discovered? Copper. Now tin is the second one. It is not that tin is the second one. Even before tin also there are some metals, but those metals does not have any significance. Okay, in this civilization everything is made up of bronze only. You will come to understand. Bronze mirrors, bronze statues, bronze dancing girl statue. A nude bronze dancing girl statue was found in Mohenjo-daro. Understand? And there is a lot of skill it needs to make up the bronze statue. That's why, so artistic sense adanta sir. Andike bronze age paina ever better peru ee perlani, who gave all these names? Archaeological department only. It is not history. Okay, now another name you see, it is also called as Protohistoric Civilization. It is also called as Protohistoric Civilization. These are all different names. So generally in history we have three: prehistory, protohistory, history. Okay, in prehistory, already I told you yesterday, you only gave me the answer yesterday. What is prehistory? No script, the age without any script. What is protohistory? Very good. Script is present but not yet deciphered. It was not yet decoded. It was not able to be studied. Why? Because it is a pictographic script. because the script, whatever these people are writing, it is in the form of pictures, it was not in the form of alphabets, so it was unable to be studied. So protohistoric civilization means, just write down, where script is present but not yet deciphered. This is actually the biggest limitation of IVC. Disadvantage: script is present but not yet deciphered. And also write, and it is the biggest limitation of this age. And it is the biggest limitation of this age. So this is generally nomenclature. Dates. According to historian R.S. Sharma, date. What is the date of Indus Valley Civilization? From which year it began and which year it ended? It is very difficult to tell here. So that's why many historians have gave their own opinions. Okay. According to R.S. Sharma, 4500 BC to 1750 BC. 4500 to 1750. According to John Marshall, the date is 3250 BC to 2750 BC. This is the date given by John Marshall. John Marshall is one of the Director General of the Archaeological Department. First Director General of Archaeology. బ్రిటిష్ టైంలో సార్ ఇదంతా. మన ఇండియాకి ఆర్కియాలజికల్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ తీసుకొచ్చింది ఎవరు? బ్రిటిష్. అండర్స్టాండ్? లార్డ్. In modern India, we will go through governor generals. Okay, there is one very important governor general called Curzon, Lord Curzon. 1904లో ఫస్ట్ టైం ఆర్కియాలజికల్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ తీసుకొస్తాడు. ఆర్కియాలజికల్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ తీసుకొచ్చినాడు కాబట్టి ఎక్స్కవేషన్స్ అయినాయి. It is because of that excavations only Harappa is a site to be discovered. It is the British work, archaeological work they have discovered, so we came to know about our history. Okay, John Marshall. According to Masca, right? According to Masca, MASCA. According to Masca, what do you mean by Masca? Write down. Magazine of Applied Sciences. Magazine of Applied Sciences and Center of Archaeological University. 2300 to 1750 BC. Masca is actually an institute. Magazine of Applied Sciences and Center of Archaeological University. They also, అది యాక్చువల్గా అమెరికాలో ఉంది మాస్కా. వాళ్ళు కూడా ఐవీసీ ఎప్పుడు స్టార్ట్ అయింది, ఎప్పుడు ఎండ్ అయింది, డేట్ వాళ్ళ ఓన్ రీసెర్చ్ తోటి ఇచ్చారు. అర్థమైందా? నెక్స్ట్, అకార్డింగ్ టు డిపి అగర్వాల్, సేమ్ డేట్, సేమ్ రిపీట్ హియర్, 2300 to 1750 BC. to 1750 BC, according to D.P. Agarwal. So there is no particular date, sir, for Indus Valley Civilization. Sir, మరి ఏది సార్ ఎగ్జామ్కి వస్తే మరి ఏది ఫాలో కావాలంటే, ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ ఎగ్జామ్లో డేట్ అడిగాడు. ఇన్ కేస్ ఇఫ్ యూ గెట్ ద క్వశ్చన్, ఫాలో ద ఫస్ట్ వన్ విచ్ ఐ టోల్డ్ యూ, R.S. Sharma. R.S. Sharma's date, okay, was taken as granted. 4500 to start అయితే 1750, and this biggest civilization in the entire world. And at that particular time, how many civilizations are there? Contemporary civilizations అంటాం వాటినే. IVC is contemporary. IVC is contemporary to number one. Tell me. First, the most important one, Mesopotamia. Mesopotamian civilization. Mesopotamian civilization is on the banks of which river? Any civilization was founded or born on the banks of the rivers. Without rivers, there is no civilization. Understand? Without metals, there is no civilization. Without urbanization, there is no civilization. Without minerals or without natural resources, no civilization. Like Indus Valley, how our IVC is banks on the Sindhu River or Indus River or otherwise tributaries of Indus. You know all? Tributaries. How many tributaries are there? 6. Correct. టోటల్ 7. 6+1 ఇండస్. దాన్నే సప్త సింధు అంటాం. ఓకే, కాకపోతే ఈ ఏజ్లో సప్త సింధు అనే పేరు రాలేదు. ఇదే 7 రివర్స్కి సప్త సింధు అనే పేరు ఎప్పుడు వస్తుంది? నెక్స్ట్ టైం వేదిక్ సివిలైజేషన్ వస్తుంది కదా, ఆ వేదిక్ సివిలైజేషన్లో ఇన్ వేదాస్, ఇన్ రిగ్వేద దెర్ వాజ్ రిటర్న్ సప్త సింధు అని. ఓకే, సో ఐవిసి ఈజ్ ఆన్ ద బ్యాంక్స్ ఆఫ్ ఇండస్ రివర్ ఆర్ సింధు రివర్, వెర్ యాజ్ మెసపటోమియన్ సివిలైజేషన్ ఈజ్ ఆన్ ద బ్యాంక్స్ ఆఫ్ Euphrates. Is on the banks of Euphrates and Tigris river. Down. It was developed on the banks of Euphrates and Tigris river. Area wise, Mesopotamian is the largest civilization. I'm sorry, not area wise. Mesopotamian civilization is the oldest civilization. Area wise, IVC is the biggest civilization. And Mesopotamian civilization is the oldest civilization. Even it is predated even back to IVC also. IVC కన్నా ముందే డెవలప్ అయింది. Sir, this civilization is having very good relation with IVC. First of all, ఎక్కడ సార్ ఇది మెసోపొటోమియా అంటే? ఎక్కడ? ఇరాక్. Present day Iraq is once upon a time Mesopotamian civilization. Euphrates and Tigris river. This civilization have maintained very good trading relations and cultural relations with IVC. అర్థమైందా? ఐవిసి ఎందుకు గ్రేట్ అంటే, ఎన్ని సివిలైజేషన్స్ ఉన్నా, వై డూ యూ థింక్ ఐవిసి అవర్ ఇండస్ వ్యాలీ సివిలైజేషన్ is great? Because our Indus Valley people have developed relations with all the civilizations. అర్థమైందా? Trade and also cultural relations. What is that cultural relation? You will understand when I go deep into the chapter. Okay na? Religion, beliefs, ఇవి కూడా సిమిలర్గా ఉంటాయి అక్కడ మెసోపొటోమియన్స్కి, ఇండియన్స్కి. ఓకే, just write this statement. Mesopotamians maintained good trade relations and cultural relations. They maintained good trading relations and cultural relations with IVC. Good trading relations and cultural relations with IVC. Next, what is another civilization? Second one, right? Egyptian civilization. Second one, Egyptian civilization. It was developed on the banks of Nile river. Even they also have very good relations with IVC. Egyptian civilization on the banks of Nile river. Egyptian civilization. Third one, Chinese civilization. Chinese civilization. It was developed on the banks of Huanghe river. It was developed on the banks of Huanghe. Yellow river అంటాం దీన్ని. These are the 3 most important civilizations. Number 4, Mongolian civilization. But the civilization was actually too primitive in nature. That was not much developed. It was not developed on the banks of any river. Mongolian civilization is surrounded by all cold deserts. Adi. Any other civilizations? Any other? That's all.